Alright. Hey. こんにちは、what's up? こんにちは、what's up? I just made up. But I'm sure some people already made this up. こんにちは。こんにちは、what's up? Yeah. ねえ。Hey, hey. It's a quite nice day. Sunny day. Not so cold anymore. Not so cold day. Yesterday was really cold. But today it's quite warm, and then, I think some people are doing picnic and stuff today. Justin and Hiro are out for the park. So, yeah. Lloyd, welcome. Amon Amona Pictures. Hello. Alex, welcome back. Shadow, welcome back. Do we talk today about my knees? Your knees. Your knees. What kind of knees? Anthony, welcome back. Frank, hey. Mari, super chat already. Thank you so much. Hope you are having a great weekend. Thank you. You too. You too. ね。Super chat senders will get shout out on this blackboard, like Japanese elementary school. This board. I also have many fun stickers for super chat senders, multiple super chats, and big super chats. Mari Mouse. Thank you. And I'll put a comment. Okay, pinned. Cool. Right. My hair look like a ramen noodle, but don't mind it. I want to have my hair cut sometime next week or so. It's kind of my bangs are getting very long. I don't talk to my housewife directly. I do talk to others. They pay me less, love more. Wait. Wait up. What are you talking about? I don't talk to my housewife. So you have a wife, stay at home wife. Yes, hay fever. But you don't talk to her. You don't talk. But you do talk to others. They pay you less love. They pay you less love, more. Well, I don't understand. I don't understand. What? do I like? I don't know if it's English issue or I just don't get it. Uh, yeah. Real world, welcome back. How was your trip? あれね、Florida trip ね。Florida trip was great. A bit hard when it comes to like everyday life, because this is for me the first time to visit any other countries, you know, any countries other than Japan, with my kid. I'm not single anymore. I'm not like, you know, I usually just had to take care of myself. Um, I didn't have to take care of the others. I was much younger, I guess. So, you know, I was just dealing with jet lag and stuff like that by myself. That was totally fine. But this time we had Hiro, right? And then, I mean, flight went well. He was sleeping most of the time, so that was good. But after arriving at the U.S., I had to we had to take care of Hiro, who also has uh, jet lag. He was so whiny. He was so uncomfortable. So I was, and made it really hard to recover from jet lag and stuff like that. So everyday life was a bit hard than I expected, but those events like visiting like Kennedy Space Center, visiting Justin's family, going to a restaurant. Look, I enjoyed those kind of things for sure, but everyday life was very rough, to be honest. Yeah. But the area I visited, where Justin's mom lives, was really great. I could go to like park, so Hiro can play on foot, by foot. Um, I didn't have to use cars, which I can't drive cars in the US. So yeah, everything was kind of in walking distance, which is very rare in the US. So that helped me a lot. Mm. Asagi's therapy, no BS. Yeah. It's like that I still didn't see here there. You don't see? Okay. Aoba かな. Just wanna say I love your stuff. I love how you explain Japanese culture to us in the West without fantasizing it. Cool, cool. Yeah, no BS, definitely. I don't focus on too much negative stuff either. Like, hey, dark side of Japan, dark side of like Japanese wives. Like, I don't like focus too much on that. I don't want to like spread negative image of Japan, like specifically, because we have both good side and bad side, right? And then I don't really fantasize it either, you know. So I'm glad you enjoy it. That's what I do. How are the fuel prices in Japan? I don't drive, so I don't really know like oil prices, but I have heard yes, it's going up, and I think in the long term it will affect like everyday stuff like toilet paper, because everything requires oil. So, um, yeah, it's a crazy world right now. McLovin, I need work in Japan. Can you pay me to guard your front door? Yeah. Doesn't uh I don't think you're gonna earn so much out of it. But did you see alligators? I did. When I went to Kennedy Space Center, they had like a bus tour that they will like go around and show us like facilities. And yeah, and Kennedy Space Center is huge, right? And then on the bus ride, some alligators were just chilling, so I could see from a bus, which is much safer, you know. But it's interesting. Like when I went to Justin's grandpa's, Papito, they come from Spain. They're Spanish immigrant, so Papito. We call them Papa or Papito. Yeah, Papito's house had like a yard garden, and it's got a fence. But outside the fence, there was like a pond, like wet place. And I didn't see alligator. I didn't see alligator there on that day, but I was joking like, oh, maybe this pond has alligator, and then I was just joking, but people were like, oh yeah, we sometimes see alligators, and I was like, and they're like, it's fine, like if you don't do anything to them, they're not gonna do anything to you. It's not scary or anything. And I was like, cool. you know I would kind of panic if I see alligator in like face to face, you know what I mean. Orange Grove, oh, it's been a while. And thank you for the super chat. I approached a Japanese girl at Universal Studio. Oh, ine. She was nice, smiley, but I didn't follow through asking for her number. No, I assume I'm bugging women. What's bugging? So I just leave after a bit. I mean, if it's like Universal Studio, right? People have more like hypes. People are excited. People are in like, it's kind of like they are in a different world. So I think you have more chance to get her number or IG, Instagram, at least. I think you can ask for that. Especially, if you had like conversation for like more than few minutes, right? Then I think that's totally fine. I think you have a good conversation, like you see that she's engaging, like to the conversation. Then I think it's fine to ask number or at least IG. Yeah, yeah. I think you should have. And it's a Universal Studio Japan. It's not like you visit there every day. You're not gonna see her again. So I think it was totally fine. I think you missed out. But yeah, there are like time and place. Of course, situation matters so much too. But in general, like, yeah, places like theme park, Disneyland, Universal Studio, think that has, you have more chances there. You are at the same like theme park and conversation hit it somewhere, like, why not? You know, you say something like, uh, yeah, hey, I enjoyed the conversation, and then I'm hoping to connect with you on Instagram or Line, whichever you feel comfortable with. And if they say no, that's fine. That's how it is. Thank you. Who be? Thanks for the super chat. Happy weekend. Perfect timing. I'm moving from Colorado to Roppongi in 2 weeks. Roppongi, fancy. I never been to. Just for 3 months, okay. Never been to Japan. Excited to find things to do. What should I do? I don't drink. You don't drink, and why are you in Roppongi? Work related, I guess. Roppongi is for parties and drinking. Well, it's not all about Roppongi. Roppongi has art museums, and food, yeah. But it's not like you can experience like very local Japan thing. So you gotta get out of Roppongi if you want to enjoy like Japan. Roppongi doesn't represent Japan at all. So get out. You don't drink. You don't drink. But if you want to mingle with Japanese people there, I definitely recommend you to go into izakaya. Even when you don't drink, you can drink Coca-Cola, and that's totally fine. Like go to like small bars that you can like easier to talk to. Talk to like customers there. So I don't drink. I never wanna, I don't wanna go to drinking places. That's You are in Japan. You gotta go. You gotta go to bars, izakayas, and don't drink. That's totally fine. Get Coca-Cola, mocktail, tea, and you can still be at bars. Okay. So. Sorry. Almost forgot about the board. Who be? Thank you. Enjoy Japan. No comprehendo. Spanish? Oh, thanks for the support, Frank. Does Justin speak Spanish? He studied a little bit. He knows some Spanish, but not like fluent. Thank you. But he's kind of like language nerd, so he can speak English and Japanese very fluent, and he learned. He can read and he knows many words. Mongolian language. He can read. Mongolian language. Maybe, yeah, Maybe he can make some sentences even. I don't know. He learned Greek a little bit too, so he can like read and know some phrases in Greek language and Spanish as well. And those are not probably not like conversational level, but he knows many languages. Yeah. Alligator snapping turtles scare me so much more than alligators. I am. I, okay. Marty, thanks for another super chat. Oh my gosh. My brother who lives in Florida wants to take me to Kennedy Space Center. Mostly because I like to troll him and say DSA never landed on the moon. But actually though, it's quite enjoyable. Even like I'm not a space nerd. I don't know much about space, but even so, I was quite impressed and I enjoyed it. So now, I saw America's pride, you know, in Kennedy Space Center. Okay, for this is for you, Kennedy Space Center, Space Shuttle, Space Shuttle magnets ね。かわいいよね。It's kind of cute. I like it. Thank you, thank you. Never smile at a crocodile. Never smile at crocodile. Gator, gator. Never smile at monkeys, Japanese monkeys either. Did you know that? Like smile not mean like this smile, but this. Apparently this is a very offensive face expression to monkeys. So they're gonna attack you if you do this to monkeys. Because sometimes, one of the very trippy thing you can do in Japan is to go to onsen, hot springs. And there are like almost nature hot springs out there that monkeys will you will see monkeys there. It's because monkeys likes to go into hot springs too, because it's warm. Why not? So that's one of the things you can do in Japan, which is very trippy. But yeah, if you see monkeys, wild monkeys there, don't do this. You're gonna get attacked by monkeys. Yeah. But I didn't know about the crocodile thing. Gators eating. Cedric, welcome back. Saijamo? I can't read. Hello. Okay. Have a mocktail. Yeah, there are like many places have mocktails, right? Mary Odas Pierce. Meliodas Pierce. Thanks for the super chat. When will you open more dating appointments? I already opened, but it's already sold out. I will restock sometime in a few days. Maybe tomorrow? What? Maybe I can take reservations, but next week reservation is kind of full now. Well, I will restock very soon. So put the notification and then you will see. Because I already opened like few days ago and then it's already sold out. 네, it's coming towards like tourism season in Japan, like Hanami, like cherry blossom season. So I think many people are considering to come to Japan and date there or have some dates there. So I think it's kind of like a high season for my service too. So you kind of have to check out time to time. メメリオダス Thank you for the support. TMCL BNK. Hello from Las Vegas. Vegas. Mongolian. So no blondies here. Yeah, like sorry, you don't make sense. Right? Do your fingernails made it hard to use your hands? If I forget to cut my fingernails, it becomes a nuisance to always wonder. So always wonder. So これね, but you will get used to it for some reason. I got kind of used to it. It's been like 2 to 3 weeks since I got them done. And the first, so like I think I already talked about it in the last week live stream, but I got them done in the US, right? And then most of the nail salons in the US are owned by Vietnamese, right? And I haven't got professionally I haven't got my nails done professionally either in Japan or in the US. So that was my first time going to like a nail salon and then get these things done. So I didn't know how to order it, right? And if it was in Japan, it's Japanese language, and Japanese services like that, they are very like teine. Do you know what teine? Teine. Their service is really detailed and very like user friendly, customer friendly. Like for example, what I kind of like don't like about these nails is not just the length but the shape, right? It's very like square, and it's not really their fault. I didn't know how to order these things, and then they don't really explain things, right? What kind of shape do you want? Square, round? That's what she asked. That was the only explanation she gave me in Vietnamese English, So I was like, I don't know, square? And I was like, okay. And then she just did it, and then it was super, super like sharp square nail that I didn't really like. And then turned out you can choose from round, square, and square round. It's kind of like square, but it's still kind of round. And I think many people go for this square round shape when they go to a nail salon, right? But what I heard was square, round, square, round. So I was like, square or round, right? But they just asked me, do you want square round? Because that is the most popular shape people usually get. But they didn't really explain it. They are not really good at English either. And then I didn't know how to order and how it goes. So it's very square. This is not what I really enjoy, but this was for experience. So yeah. And I'm sorry, but if it were Japanese nail salon, they will explain very detailed. Like they will probably show you, like actually show you each shapes, and you can choose by just pointing the shape you want, even if you don't speak Japanese, right? That's Japanese service, man. Like I flew with United on the way to the US. And when we came back, for some reason, they changed our flight with ANA. They have like alliance, so it happened. So on the way back, it was ANA flight. I was so happy. Their service is just on point, right? United, when they serve food, they go like chicken or beef, right? Nothing wrong with that. You can just say chicken or beef or other options if you had like something else. But any flight attendant, they will give you like an image, like a menu. They will actually show you menu with pictures of the food, like would you like noodle or chicken fried rice, noodle or fried rice. Then you can see the picture of the food, and then you can choose from them. And even if you don't speak Japanese, if they usually speak English, but you know, you can choose, and that's more like they're more like friendly, you know. But I haven't seen any other like foreign airline show you the picture of their food, which is fine, but I thought ANA was like on point because that's how they are like detailed and how they care about us. So yeah, Japanese service. But yeah, but it was quite an experience. Although I have like super, like you say, nuisance っていうのかな nuisance nuisance nails. Yeah. Anyways, that was quite an experience. It's all good. Tell me if Hiro is here. Not here. They are out for a park. I guess I will fight them off. Okay. Also, there are a few differences with alligators and crocodiles. One of them is that alligators are more blue, while crocodiles are more green. へえ、そうなんだ。You don't make sense among among pictures. You just don't make sense. What's up to you? Miranik. I always book United, and then for the Tokyo flight, I make sure it's partnered by ANA. Yeah, I would say that's better. Nothing wrong with United, but ANA service so good. Have you ever flown on Starlux Airlines? They're so legit. Really enjoy flying with them. Never heard of it even. Which country's airline is it? Do they have like international flight even? Japanese Airlines sounds pretty good. Yeah, both NA and JAL, they are both very good. There are some like cheaper airlines too, they're like they're not like so good, but they're alright. But I definitely recommend ANA or JL. Seems like they tend to be a little more expensive for that reason, like better service, I guess. Um, but comfortable level assured. Especially when you have a long flight and then if you can afford it, I definitely recommend it. My wife is a manicurist. Woo! I will have to ask her about like the Japanese manicurists or foreign country. But yeah, I'm sure Japanese nail salons they're really good at it. Like my this is already broken. And this happened after like a week I got this done. Uh, and I'm sure it was expensive. Justin's mom paid for it, so I can't really say it for sure. But yeah, the service is very different. In American nail salons that are owned by Vietnamese, they tend to have like foot bath and you can get the pedicure done. Um, it's a very relaxing service. I really like that. But I don't think Japanese nail salon do those things. They probably wash your feet before they do like pedicure, but I think they are more specified. They are more focused on like nails, not the relaxation part, but nails, the techniques, the art of the nail. You know what I mean? The service is very different, I assume, because I haven't been to Japanese nail salon. But yeah. Hubi. Oh, thanks for another super chat. I will definitely go to izakaya. Thanks. Muscle Girl Bar looks fun. 確かに。ね。I'm in Hiro specifically. 柔道、柔術、日本語、single, dating, bodybuilding. Are you like programming here? Programming. That's a programming language to me. I don't understand. Yeah. But Hiro ne, nice area, very nice area. Fancy people. You will see many like Japanese wives holding a little like chihuahua and then walking, chilling at cafes. Hiro is that kind of place. That's what you would expect. But yeah, it's a very nice, fancy area, Hiro. Oh, second super chat. I will give you doggo Shiba dog with mikan orange on top. Yep, this is from Gacha Gacha Japanese Gachapon. Thank you. Oh, real world. I will catch you up. Someone is just typing whatever pops in the head. Yes, yes. When I was on a Japan airline, the touch screen was so weak that I could not watch anything because the tapping would bother the passenger in front. When was it though? When was it? In 2026? I don't think that's a thing. But yeah, I mean, I still remember those days though. The touch panel was still like not sensitive enough, not accurate enough because of the technical reason. and I was having hard time selecting things on like airplane or yeah. So I feel you. I feel you. And Walt, thanks for the super chat. Do you feel safe when you were in Florida? Or did you feel safe when you were in Florida? Good question. Good question. Good question. Now we are Walt. Thank you. And oh, I think this is time because this is a very big donation. I will give you, bam! Hokusai ukiyo-e wave with duck, surfing duck. Too big. Thank you, Walt. This is from the US. Justin got it in the US. なんか US, I don't know what's that called. Like some kind of 何? It's not a dollar shop, but a little more expensive, like $3 shop kind of place. But yeah, I felt very safe in Florida, I would say. The places I visited, I never felt in danger or like felt not safe. I think that because of the area Justin's mom lives in. I was paying attention to it. Like, Florida is a red state. So they were not targeted, like, right? So as a foreigner, I guess I was safe. But no, there were no like incidents or things like that happened around the area. And when I travel around Orlando, Disneyland, right? Things were more organized and very well handled. So yeah, I didn't really feel unsafe there. So which is nice, which was really nice. So I'm sure it was the regional thing. I think some places in the US are very dangerous. But at least when I was there, the place I was visiting was very safe there. Asagi-chan! I hear Sanji there. Sanji. これはこれオスカーじゃない? Is that Oscar? Oh my gosh. Way, welcome, Oscar. If it's the Oscar I'm thinking about. Asagi-chan. Sanji だよね. From One Piece. Anyways. How she describes nail shapes. そう。なんかね, square round. That's people usually get. This is not square like this, a little more rounded. So it doesn't scratch, or you don't scratch everything. So square round sounds really much better. But I didn't get that. I thought the only choices was square or round. I didn't want round. So I just said square because I thought square isn't so sharp. But yeah, square round でした。Yeah. I bite my nails, bad habit. I used to have that habit when I was a kid. Yeah. But I think since I was a girl and then I wanted to do these things, right? So I just stopped and put nails, manicure on my nails, and then I didn't bite, you know. But yeah, seems like it's something to do with though your mental health. So yeah, take care, take care. バイテンにはね、なんかストレスビヘイビアとかね。Take care, take care. Starlux is a newer airline. I've used them to fly to Japan twice now. I'm planning on flying to Japan again next month and gonna take Japan Airlines or Starlux too. I'm going to hit the hay for tonight. Hit the hay って何 Hit the hay. But good night. 10 more days till I'm in Tokyo for language school. We'll be living in Kameido and looking forward to the hanging wisteria. Hanging wisteria? I don't know about that, but nice. Exciting. Language school, ne? Make many friends. Experience local. Maybe have some dates. Yeah, good luck. Frank, thanks for another super chat. 何がいいこれかな Bowen dog. Thank you. Bowen dog. Thank you, thank you. Thanks for the support, everyone. オスカーだよね。おお、元気 how have you been? I don't really see you on Instagram. So, you didn't get iced. No. I was fine. No ice, no ice. What's nice? Ice, ice. Yeah, stress. The PS Records. Good morning. Square, round, oval, stiletto, coffin, almond. There are so many shapes, huh? But if they show me like, hey, which shape do you want? Then I could just say this one. But it was like a chicken or beef situation, guys. Chicken or beef, round or square. And I'm not gonna describe anything further than that. Just choose. I'm sure if I asked more, if I dig it, they will help me. But I was just so used to Japanese service, guys. Gear Geek, welcome back. Some world vacation spots have been inundated by tourists. Inundated. Japan has made it tighter in some areas to visit. Have you seen any reflection of that where you are at? The place I live is not like touristy area, so I don't know. I think it's more in like Kyoto. Kyoto. でもね、もう I have to warn you. Cherry blossom season, it's gonna be a mess. It's gonna be a mess. Public transportation, crazy. Um, not just because, oh, cherry blossom season, so many tourists, right? The spring season, like April, is also a newcomer season, like new employee, right? Because Japanese company hire like bunch of new graduated students, like bunch of it, like hundreds of like big company hire like hundreds of newbies at the same time on April, and then they will take like trainings in Tokyo, right? Usually, because most of the headquarters of the companies they have headquarters in Tokyo, so all the newbies, entire nation from the entire nation, come to Tokyo or maybe Osaka, but mostly Tokyo, right? Train is gonna be packed and full of people who don't know Tokyo train, which is so annoying, guys. So annoying. あのね、Tokyo train, packed train, right? Famous for packed train. But usually, people know how to ride on trains, right? Like, you know, you have to go to like you have to get the spot. You have to make space for those who are getting off or getting in. Like there are like certain orders and rules, like unspoken rules on trains, and then people used to it. People follow that rule, and then even though packed trains are uncomfortable, people try to make it comfortable, right? Follow the rules. But those newbies from like outside Tokyo and tourists, they don't know that, right? Which is, I don't blame them, but those people come to the packed train at once, it's gonna be a chaos. It's so uncomfortable. I hate trains in Tokyo during April. So uncomfortable. So I have to warn you, if you're coming to Tokyo in April, train's gonna be a shithole. Crazy. Train stations, crazy. You have to be mentally prepared. Another user, similar name. Yeah, Lloyd. Have a good night. Have a good night. They need pictures like in a hair salon. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah. I hope they do that. Entirely enjoyable. Okay. Did you get fat eating huge American sized food? Yeah, I actually talked about food in the US in the last live stream. So not gonna talk about it like so much, but yeah. I just got used to Japanese food portion sizes. I just can't deal with American sizes. American like portion of the food, you know what I mean? Aussie, hello from Toronto. Hey. 元気だよ、まだ東京に住んでて、あ、彼女といるんだ。そこそこ。旦那さんと日本の相続税について話したことある。日本に住むのは好きだけど、家族の遺産の半分を日本に持ってかれるのは嫌だな。相続税 ?Inherit tax か。Haven't really talked about it. Does Japan get inherit tax from American citizens? I don't know. I don't know. Haven't talked about it. Maybe I should. Well, his mother is still kind of young, so we haven't really talked about it. But yeah, that's something I should talk about it at some point. I wonder who to talk to, even. Maybe immigration lawyer? Immigration lawyer knows many things. そうね。If you wanna get like a professional advice, まあね。でもそっか。ガールフレンドと住んでるんだ。Nice. I'm gonna be surrounded by people, ladies. By ladies? Poodle ladies. Poodle ladies. そうそうそう。Poodle. そうそう。ほんと広。If you go to Hiro, you're gonna see like, yeah, like there's those wives with like dogs, like little dogs, fashionable dogs. It's as if dogs are like their fashion. You know what I mean? But they're cute. They're cute. I can't blame dogs. Yeah. I wasn't trying to go somewhere fancy. I just wanted to be centrally located. Which train lines are busiest? Most of the trains in Tokyo. I think it's more about the time. Commuting time is the most busiest. Like 7 to 10, 7 to 9, 10, and 5 to 8 p.m. I was there late last March. I really like the trains. Oh yeah? Really? Like I like how convenient trains are, but packed train is something different. Packed train. I never miss packed trains. I don't take trains anymore because this is what I do. I work from home, and then when I was in, when I was commuting to companies, I had to take packed trains, right? Never ever miss those days. Chikan Central, exactly. Maybe embassy. Embassy can help you, but kind of hard to make reservation there. I don't know about other embassies, but American embassies, how to take reservations. Dogs in handbags. Oh my goodness, yeah. I can't even. I hope Japanese Prime Minister doesn't get into Trump's illegal catastrophic war. So she's in a difficult position, right? Because we have an ally to the US. We can't just ditch it. I mean, like, I guess we to Yuka, our prime minister has to be very, like, clever to get away with it, you know? And even if we or she doesn't want to send any like support to the US, she has to do something because we are an ally. If America abandon us, that's a problem. That's a problem. So I understand that she's in a really difficult position, but I agree with you. We don't want to participate in war. We don't want to. Like, whatever the reasoning. Women leaders are not smarter than male leaders in the world. And she plays drums in a rock band. No YMCA there. Women leaders are a lot smarter than male leaders in the world. Okay. I don't know. I mean, as a female, I'm glad. I feel good about like empowerment, you know. But I don't think she is the good representative when it comes to female leader. She's quite like I don't think many Japanese women appreciate her presentation as a woman, but I also admit that she is good at tickling men's balls, right? Like, she had a huge success to tickle Trump's balls when she had Trump's over here when she won the uh, position. So she's got like talent there, which is quite like important talent. You wanna make have a good relationship with other countries. But I'm still kind of like I'm watching you kind of phase. I don't really like praise or like give like a full support on Sanae Takaichi. But not gonna go too deep, cause you know politics always can get messy. Was there anything local to you for the emperor's birthday celebration? ないですね. Not really. Not really. We just have like a day off. And we have like ceremonies in like imperial palace. But for most of citizens, it's just one of those holiday. Some people really respect our emperor too. Those people maybe visit emperor's palace and then see the ceremony and stuff like that. But no customs or anything for most of us. About portion sizes, I watched a show recently, The Hot Spot. If I recall correctly, the town was famous for giant portion sizes. I hope I am not mixing up two shows because I also saw one sitting in a restaurant where a day goes crazy after unusual robbery. Are you talking about like Japanese restaurants with like huge portion sizes? That exists. That exists. And people who like enjoy big meals go there, but that's not the norm. And they are advertising themselves as for that theme, like big portion. This is for sumo wrestler, or things like that. So people who don't want to eat so much wouldn't go there. So at least you have a choice there, right? Well, in the US, everything is for sumo wrestlers, sumo wrestler portion. So you have to take that back with you. Same with Australia, have to try show support even though we don't. でしょでしょね、なんかね、complicated. Since the trains will be so busy in April, my friend and I will take the first train from Osaka to Kyoto. Yeah, smart. And hopefully see Fushimi Inari uncrowded. We already did that here and it doesn't seem to be very popular. Did that. Lost the context. Yeah, Tico. Yeah. She's a master of ball tickling, yeah. Mr. Tenyen is tickling someone's balls a Japanese idiom or phrasing? No. It's just Justin talk, yeah. Hi there, can you speak English? Obviously, if you haven't watched my show, メタロキミュージック。セドリックだっけこれセドリック Is that Cedric? I forgot. But I'm suck at tracking people's profile name, so. But thank you for the super chat. Is there a Japanese phrase for ball tickling? I think when we say they describe this, like some like you know, making somebody happy for their own like benefit, right? That's what we are talking about when we say tickling balls, right? Japanese people say ごまをする ground sesames. We grind sesames. ね。だから、例えば、you know, maybe I'm like being super nice to my boss for my own like promotion, things like that. People say, oh, Asagi is ごますり、ごまをすってるね to her boss. ごまをする grind sesame. They always they will do this motion as well because you know grind sesame, right? With the stick, grind stick. So yeah, it's always with this motion. Or are you grinding sesame to your boss みたいな Yeah. So grind sesame. ごまをする。ごま it's sesame する grind. So we have that idiom, but not like tickling balls, I guess. Anyways, メタロッキーミュージック。セドリックだよね。そうだよね。セドリック。Thank you. Can I ask a few questions? That's what we do, question and answers, but I can't promise you I can answer everything. Right. So since I talked about women empowerment, right? There was something I kind of like disappointed recently, right? When I was listening to 何これ Spotify music, Spotify gives me like recommendations, right? And then one of this song really hit me hard. I really like the song. I really like the singer, how she, the female vocalist, how she sings, really hit me. I really loved it. And I was like, oh, I want to listen to other songs. And other songs are all also good. She seems like a band. It seems like a band from the description of Spotify, right? From the, about the artist section. They seem like a new band. She seems like a young lady, very rock and roll. Like the band gives me more like an 90, like 2000 like rock music, like Linkin Park. Linkin Park is my huge jam. So reminded me of Linkin Park. But I think they mix with many like bands from 90s, 80s, like Van Halen. Are they even 80s? But Van Halen, Metallica kind of mixture. And I really liked it. I dig it. And I was listening to those songs, and then one time I showed that to Justin, right? Justin heard the song, saw the description as well, and then he noticed there is something off about this band, right? Maybe I can show you even. And I was like, wait, now that you say so, yes, this seems like off. Right? So okay, this is the band, Ministry of Dark. There's this very pretty woman, like rock and roll kind of woman, on the top, and then they are like, yeah, her like singing style is somewhere between like there's Van Halen, like classic rock and roll bands, and the Emily だっけ from Linkin Park, current singer of Linkin Park. Like, so I was really excited, right? I was really excited for like a new like women rock and roll singer, and also the fact that she is younger and then making or singing this kind of like my generation style music. It was so I was so excited. But turned out, so we dig it, right? Because Justin said, this sounds a little off. This seems a little off. So he looked into it and then found out this singer is not real. It's not an AI voice. AI voice with AI image. This is not real. If you look closer, she looks like AI made. If I just see it and then see the description, they don't say it's an AI made band. They don't. So I was completely kind of like, it's not like lied to, but I felt like I was lied to because they don't really specify or call themselves like AI made voice, AI made image. And then the singer who is actually singing this song was just a dude. It actually started from a dude who makes music and sings songs and turned his voice into many other like singers, right? There are those kind of artists. If you go on YouTube, many like music artists playing with their like voices and music with AI and then sharing with their audience. So the band comes from there, right? But because it's Spotify, I couldn't really tell. I thought it was a real music. And in certain extent, it's sung by a real guy. So it's not like completely AI or machine made. It's not like Hatsune Miku. He sings for songs, but his voice is it's not it's his voice, but the AI. The woman I thought was singing is not real. It was just a dude, like probably like same age as me. That's why the music is my taste. So I still like this music. I still like how she sings. That's the style I love. I admit it. I'm not gonna say this is a garbage song, but this this band, this artist doesn't have the story I wanted, doesn't have the connection I wanted with this music. Woman empowering, super like strong, powerful voice, female voice, cool looking young lady, like in the song, My Generation song, right? Those stories are gone because it's an AI. Because it's fake. It's not real. It is my taste, but it's not real. Do you know my disappointment? I felt really sad, disappointed. I don't mean to shame this artist, but I hope I hope we have more like regulation and description when when artists put music on places like Spotify. They will I hope they will at least like disclose how much AI they used, right? Because it's not 100% real. You know what I mean? And I think for some people it's completely fine. The music is their taste, the voice is their taste. They can listen to the song they like. So that's totally fine. They don't care if it's AI or not. But I do. I do care. I want real connection with my music. My music too, 'cause the music I love. You know what I mean? And same thing is happening to many fields. For example, love and relationship. Oh my goodness. I've been following this kind of news, but there are not so many. There are women in Japan, Japanese women who are getting married to ChatGPT, AI, right? Which is ridiculous. Ridiculous, right? I think there are some like famous stories. You can even see on like foreign media talking about Japanese woman, like a few women's story about getting married to ChatGPT, right? Also men too, men of course too. But and then listening to their stories, how they decided to get married to ChatGPT, it always comes with some kind of insecurity. Like I had a fiance with like real guy. I had a real life fiance, but he dumped me before we get married too. And I felt like despair, I felt really down, I felt like hopeless to my future. And then this guy, it's actually that I made on ChatGPT, he was the hope. He supported me. He made me feel special. He made me those bra, right? Woman, girl, what you need is not ChatGPT man who will do anything for you, who will say like they can't really do anything. They can look like how you like. They can say things that you like, that you programmed, but what you need is not an AI guy. What you need is a therapist, counselors, not ChatGPT. That is not real. Not real. Like, what the heck? Well, of course, it's not a legal marriage, right? They just have a ceremony with like hologram, invite friends and family, and they just claim that that's their husband, right? Yeah, which is so sad. Get a real guy who is like, get your shit together, right? First, get your shit together. Put your shit together, right? Put it in the bag. Put it into the ship museum. Then find a guy, real guy, who can support each other. No AI marriage. No AI girlfriend. No AI boyfriend. No AI music. I mean, I can listen to AI music, but I don't want to put so much into that. I was sorry. You know what I mean? No maid cafes. Yes. Phew. Oh, Gerardo, welcome. Hey! Hey! Hands up! Hands up! Don't attack me. Hello.
カレーしたよね。
Coloring じゃないっすね。Not coloring, not coloring. No, this is not for coloring. No.
すなね。
しないね。
これかい。
What? Which one? Which one?
それかい。
それ
これかい。
どれ
これかい
Which one?
それ。
寿司
寿司。
お寿司
お寿司。
お寿司はい。お寿司バッジ Where are you gonna put? There are so many names already. Oh, Cedric. Nice.
これかい。
No, one's enough. Alright, buddy, say hi, bye to chat. Bye, chat.
バイバイ。
It's time for my nap.
Yeah, you got the bracelet
Yeah.
from ANA. ANA gave him like soft what? What is this bracelet? For kids? This is so cute. Can you show? Okay.
Show chat.
Show chat.
飛行機。
飛行機は
飛行機。
ね、飛行機。Airplane. Yeah.
ヘ
Airplane.
乗ったよね。
Yeah. Camera is there, yeah.
こっちね。
Yeah.
はい。じゃあ、パパ抱っこ。 ジュース飲む？ジュース。
Oh my god, your t-shirt.
Oh, yeah. Looks nice, right?
ブースバイ
はい
って
はい、よく行こう。
うん
ジュース飲みに行こう。ジュースだよ、ジュース。
You wanna drink juice?
Want some chocolate?
麦茶
Mugicha.
Oh, okay, sure. 麦茶もいいよ。
Barley tea.
はい、let's go, buddy. 手伝いで。はい、どう閉めよう。
The photo doesn't look real at all, but it's going to get impossible to tell soon, yeah. AI is a huge problem, man. It's just such a bummer in all art forms. I hope it all just goes away and I work in tech, right? Because what I want them to do is what I want AI to do is that washing dishes, not an art, right? So, for example, I got my tax declaration done last week, which is like huge relief, and I got help from ChatGPT, right? Because when I was putting on the system, it always comes with some kind of error, and then I couldn't figure out the error when I was just typing Google. So I decided to ask ChatGPT about the error, and then they detected like many possible like issues that that I might have. Maybe you made this kind of mistakes when you put the number on this software. Okay, I will look into it, and then I finally figured out getting help from ChatGPT and got the tax declaration down, which was awesome, which felt awesome. Without ChatGPT, I might have to give up or hire tax consultant just to solve the error, which is kind of ridiculous. So ChatGPT became my like tax counselor and helped putting it out, which I really appreciate it. So I don't say they are completely useless, but it's how you use it, how we use it. We don't use it to get some kind of romance satisfaction, because there are definitely things you can never get from machine. And I also don't really like people using it with any kind of art forms like AI art, right? Like illustration. If that's like for whatever, I don't get mad if people use ChatGPT or like AI made like thumbnails, as long as it's like not malicious, right? Just for the like a casual description of what they can expect from the video. I'm not being mad about it, but sometimes it's malicious, right? Like Oriental Pearl video, putting random graphic on the street, the graphic that doesn't even exist, or things like that. If you use that way, that's like no. But yeah, it's really how you use it. And then I basically don't want them to get into an art, to be honest. I can deal with it in a certain extent, but this time I was really disappointed. And not to mention AI girlfriend, AI boyfriend. Fuck them. Uh, like, no. The more complex the video is, the harder it is for AI. Just pausing, blurred background, no interactions with others usually means AI these days. ね、ほんとさ。There's no talent in a computer making music. うん。ね。How would you feel if Justin were an AI? AI Justin? AI Justin か。haven't thought about it, but if someone close to me became an AI, that's you can notice. You will notice it. Yeah. Justin is more complicated than AI. Yeah, so I can't really imagine how it's like when he becomes an AI. Yeah, getting married to AI. Crazy, right? For real? How can you marry an AI? Just have a ceremony. It's not a legal marriage. Legally, they are still single. How do you touch AI, right? They can't. I only use AI as a search engine. Yeah. Even as a search engine, it's kind of, they sometimes just show you misinformation. Just like no issue, no problem, right? They just give you false information, so you still have to doubt what they say. Fancy calculator, yeah. AI is only just beginning. In a few years, AI will capture all the emotions and nuances of music. We will hardly be able to tell the difference. Yeah, yeah. What happens when you have good enough AI and good enough robotics, like Westworld level robotics? I think dating dynamics will be wild at that point. Interesting. Ne, like really real looking robotics, like physical robotics with AI, like super real feeling AI, right? But now from that, I think dating and relationships will be only for procreation, right? Because if you just want like romance, dopamine hits, then you just can be with those very real human looking robots. They can look like however you like, however the shape. If you want chubby, then robot can be chubby. If you want skinny one, they will be like model looking skinny. And they will say whatever the things you want them to say. So, but the only thing they can't do is the procreation. And of course, like a real connection with a human being. But sometimes, that is something you can't see. That's something you feel. But procreation is definitely something they can't do. So I think simply saying it's gonna be only for procreation, right? Or people who have dignity, people who have a dignity as a human, they will still look for real life relationship. But those who don't really care about human dignity, they will probably go for easy solution, which is robotic girlfriends and boyfriends, right? Yeah. What do you think? I would definitely say no to robots. However, how real they will become, they can't replace a real human relationship, because real human relationship is not just convenience and like simple benefits. So Hirozilla, yes. Yep. Sky Bros got some pretty good view with AI music. Went viral. What's Sky Bros? Hirokong is in action. There's a maid cafe opened up in my city. Not sure people understand it. Really? Maid cafe in Australia. What? How did they go? Welcome back, mate. Welcome back, mate, master. Because おかえりなさいませ、ご主人様だっけ welcome, welcome back home, master みたいな。That's how they welcome you, right? When you enter a maid cafe. But that's Australian. It's Australian. Those maids are Australian. All right, mate. How long did Justin spend learning Japanese? Very long. Mommy, he's been living here for 10 years. Studied Japanese very hard, so. Antonio, thanks for Australian $10. Thank you, mate. Thanks for all you do. I love your family and the time you spend with us. Thank you so much. アントニオかな。Thank you. そう、セドリック、寿司鉢が。Hirozilla did it. You have a real intelligence that can eventually wash dishes. It's called Hiro. 確かに。Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. There's a movie called Her that has a character who is dating an AI both. It won an Academy Award for Best Screenplay. The actor is Joaquin Phoenix from the Joker movie. Hey, sounds interesting. Welcome, masters and princess. Look for my picture. I am a made AI. Right? Yeah, it's good for technology, business, and help people. Art and music shouldn't be part of this. Yeah, I agree. Justin, if Justin was not AI, does that mean that Hiro would be a cyborg? 確かに。Right. I think I heard the Japanese man who married to a hologram is widowed after the company ended. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that's the risk that they take, right? I wouldn't give Hiro a phone or let him watch AI videos, otherwise he will start talking like an AI. I've already hear people in videos using the sentence structure that AIs use. うわ、ね。そう、だから、we are trying to minimize, like, we don't let him use tablets. And if we do, it's only like emergency, like when we went to the US and then got through the long flight, which thank God he mostly slept, but we still had to, we still had like many hours to entertain him without getting out of seats or in a packed というか in a airplane seat. So we kind of had to give him tablets, but we didn't let him like go through all the like choosing what kind of game or what kind of things he play, we just give him like a simple like matching game なんだっけ like you あ memorize game ねyou you touch cards that has matching image, like those things we just select it and just give it to him, and only those kind of emergency kind of situation, and that's even recent. We didn't let him touch tablets until recent flight. And other than that, we don't let him use tablet. It's only in like public places that we can't let him do whatever he wants, like run around or go to other tables in the restaurant, right? We can't just let him do that. So we kind of had to get help from tablet. But again, he doesn't have control over like what kind of video he wants to watch or what kind of games he play. We will choose it. And of course, when we show him like YouTube videos or TV shows, we choose like real programs like Miss Rachel, Sesame Street, or yeah, real shows, not AI made shows. So I think that's very important. And then good thing that he's picking up a lot of good English from those programs like Miss Rachel. Recently, he likes to sing rainbow song. なんか I love a rainbow つって。But in his pronunciation, Alada rainbow. He can't do R sound yet. Rainbow. But he's singing in English, so yeah, if we parents control over what to show them to babies and toddlers, I think it's okay. Let's be honest, we can't fully do babysitting without getting help from technologies. Right? I can't. Sorry. I wish I could watch him 24/7 without using tablet or screen time, but I'm sorry, that's impossible, you know. So, well, I still try to have control over it, and then so far, I think he has a healthy relationship with Scream. I'm currently using AI agents as a tool for my businesses. My goal is for them to do 90% of the work. Maybe will we just be overseeing and checking everything okay? I'll update you on that. Okay. Business, like what kind of business is it though? Is it how to win the heart of a Japanese woman? Depends. like is it hard? I think. What kind of level are you talking about? Like, I think there are so many levels. Is it like, is it, can you make friends with Japanese women? I think yes, as long as you are friendly and then you go out there and then present yourself as like a not creepy guy. Sure. Can you get Japanese girlfriends? That's like you need a level up than just being friends with them. You have to be more like attractive as a potential partner. You have to like treat those women, make them feel a little more special and things like that. Can you get Japanese wife? Is it hard? I think it's hard. Like if you are already feeling difficult to get a woman in your country, then getting a Japanese wife who don't speak as much as, speak English as much as women in your country. It requires some kind of relocation. You have to get over cultural differences. You're gonna need more work on that than just get a girlfriend. You know what I mean? So I wouldn't say it's easy. But also, this is something you can work on it, right? It's not like you can never get a Japanese woman. As long as you improve yourself and put yourself out there, then you will find someone, right? And the level of work might be different on each guy because there are some men who are already very attractive, talented, charismatic. And there are men who don't have, any dating experience and then, need to work on their appearances, need to work on their presentations. So, yeah. So it's not a black and white answer, but that's how I would answer. They have Japanese mates, just like Japan. Okay, it doesn't go like, welcome back, mate. お帰りなさいませ、ご主人様なんだ。interesting. Remember coloring books. Yeah, he likes coloring a lot. Yeah. Can any AI predict the stock market yet? 確かに。I'm sure people are working on it. Do you think situationships are becoming more common compared to full relationships? In Japan? I don't think so. I don't think so. I mean, doesn't mean people don't never do that. But I think people nowadays, right, younger generation, especially younger generation, are afraid of rejections, afraid of making mistakes, afraid of breakups, getting hurt. Oh, I can never get hurt. I only have to have successes, not the failure. People don't have so much resilience. And situationships? Oh, that's an interesting question, actually. Do situationships create more heartbreaks? I think if you think about it really deep, you will get trouble by not discussing anything about the relationship. Like, oh, we just hang out, we just have sex, we are alright. Situationships. But that will create misunderstanding, uncertain contract over there. So eventually you're gonna get hurt. Either of them or both of them get hurt. But some people might think situationships are easier, like it's less commitment. You can lose the person, whatever, because you don't invest so much on them. So depends on how they take. Yeah. And the situationships, is it increasing in Japan? I don't think so. I personally don't think so. Like the fact that people are more in like matchmaking services or things like that. They don't want to have wishy-washy relationships, right? They want black and white. Marriage or not. Choose. Right? which is there are good side about it, but also like loving relationship isn't so simple. So yeah, well I don't think it's becoming common. Yeah. Even Tom and Brady got cheated on. You guys are all cooked. Tom Brady って誰だ? Who is that? Welcome back, mate. そうそう I met someone. They made me melt. Huh? It feels like there is no mistaken mutual attraction. However, with some digging, she has solo modeled on a popular adult site. Is it over before it has begun? There is no mistaken mutual attraction. You met someone and then you think there was an mutual attraction between you and her, but you found out that she was on the adult side. Is it over before it has begun? Like, what are you actually asking? Do you think an Aussie cafe would work in Japan? What kind of cafe? Kangaroos and koalas? Maybe, yeah. Did you ever watch the Japanese drama Long Vacation? No, I don't really watch Japanese TV shows, to be honest. A friend of mine told me we're going to Gokon tonight. I assume it was a wrestling tournament. But it was a nice evening. I talked to a lot of the nice ladies. They all liked my eye color. Gokon? I assume it was a wrestling tournament. I don't understand. I don't understand what's going on. Did you talk about the divorce rate going up in Japan? Going up? Wouldn't that classify as a situationship? Divorce rate going up, meaning situationship is. I don't see the logic there. Even if the couple has kids, I don't see the connection there. What does that mean? Is the divorce rate going up? Like the most recent one? But it's even so, it's still like 35 to 40%. I don't think it went to the 40%, like 38 or something, which is still lower than the US. Also, the most recent survey, I think the number of marriage slightly went up from the previous year. Still not a lot, but the number is calculated with the number of marriages during a year and the divorce number. So when the number of marriage goes up, divorce rates can get higher, don't you think? I'm not really a big math person. So the most recent survey, marriage number went up. So whatever the divorce number, if the divorce number is the same, divorce rate is going up. It's gonna go up. So that's why divorce rate is just some vague idea, because you can't follow. The government can follow which marriage of the year went to divorce in what year, and you can't really calculate that kind of divorce number, divorce rate. So it makes sense that divorce rate went up because marriage number went up from last year. But I still don't think that will suggest that situationship go. Many more people have situationship. If you know what I mean. Aussie cafe where we greet you like good day mate. How the fuck are ya? Coming in for snag and so you got yeah. Some people might enjoy yeah. I'm asking that people in Japan still have traditional values so they get married even though they might not have that much of a connection, so they get divorced. It's a long-term situationship. So you think more loveless marriage? Loveless marriage, ne? But it's kind of weird to mix up with situationship and loveless marriage. Hi, 干した。Okay. Wait a second. That was his attachment blanket. He needs that when he goes to sleep. It's a nap time for him. Loveless marriage みたいなね。But loveless marriage not necessarily means situationship. I think situationship is like they're just hanging out. They're nowhere they're going. No relationship, no marriage, no contract, no kids. Maybe they have kids even. They might have kids even between them. But still like, oh, but we are just hanging out. No responsibility. I think married couple though, they still have a responsibility as a legal couple, right? If they get divorced, there will be some kind of like contract they have to make, like divorce paper. They still have some kind of a responsibility there, legal responsibility. So situationship is not is different from loveless marriage. You know what I mean? But yeah, loveless marriage can happen. If you let that happen, it happens. If you if you find someone you can mutually communicate with, it shouldn't happen. But that's another topic to talk about. Wasagi. Wasagi. When I heard him say gokon, when a Westerner hears that like me, I thought it sounded like a wrestling tournament. The ladies thought I was a vampire because the way I karaoke. So, gokon sounds more like a wrestling tournament? Okay. But did you go to gokon? Like Japanese gokon where you like ladies and uh, guys chat together, mingle. Do you feel like ohitori-sama is becoming more common, staying the same, or going down? お日様は増えてるでしょう。Definitely お一人様って like being single, staying single is definitely going up. Yeah, in general, people stay single. Some people just think they feel better that way. Some people struggle to find a partner. But either way, yeah, more like percentage of the singles are going up in Japan. Yeah. And I think society kind of like encourages it, you know what I mean? By giving single people many options like oshikatsu, fangirling activities. So many places, restaurants are for solo customers. Like in the US, I don't really see that, right? Restaurants are for usually for families and couples, friends, group activity. You don't really go to restaurants alone unless you have to. They are not designed for single customers. But in Japan, there are so many freaking restaurants and services that are specifically for solo customers, and then you feel you don't feel lonely because you have a you have an excuse, right? Well, this restaurant is for me. I don't need to bring anyone. I can be just introverted, lonely. I can feel I don't know. I can be, you know, I don't have to make friends with anyone. I don't have to talk with anyone, you know. Yeah. Hero time is over. I think situationship is more than friend with benefit and involves romantic feelings but less commitment than a full relationship. Yeah. I can't stand situationships. I can't stand it. Like, I think so many heartbreaks happens there because there will be mismatch because out of situationship. I'd rather a situationship than a loveless marriage. Yeah, I understand. Yeah. So, what would people at a company think if they found out people were hooking up? actually, dating coworkers are actually quite common in Japan, and it's not as like taboo as in the US. It's not as much of an as an taboo. But when it comes to cheating couples, people will give you very judgy eyes. That's for sure. Yeah, but yeah, dating coworkers quite common. Marrying two coworkers, quite common. Yep. That's the second common way in Japan, alongside the dating app. What even is a situationship, right? Like I think Mr. Tenyang explained, it's like friends with benefit and no commitment. When I visited Osaka, Japan in 2015, okay, 10 years ago, I almost fell in love in Japan that night. Okay, okay. You went to Gokon. Oh, そうね. But Gokon is not common anymore compared to 10 years ago. そうね。Good old days. Gokon nights. Yeah, we had that time. I have oh だろう Situationships can turn into more. You think so? Less likely. To me, less likely. If you are very young, that can happen. でもね、なんかさ、usually like has happened to me when you were younger, or like that is that more recent thing? Less likely. You got lucky, I think. You got lucky. I have more than one friend that had a girlfriend, were together for years and had kids, but broke up eventually because the woman was crazy. But okay. What is your narrative there? Like women are crazy. Women turn into monster once you get married and have kids. Those guys have zero to blame. It's always women's fault. Is that the narrative you are making right there? Like, and then where did that story come from? Did you hear both sides of the story? Or did you just hear like one side of the story? What determined that those women are the only crazy ones? I'm saying that was a situationship. Okay, those were they okay, they were together as a boyfriend girlfriend situationship. Boyfriend girlfriend is already a couple. It's not situationship, I guess. But they didn't get married, even after having kids, but broke up. Okay. She was crazy, but everyone knew that but him. But he thought with his little brain. Okay. So she was crazy. But he made his choice, right? Yeah. Yeah. I see many layers of issues there, right? They made kids out of situationship, which is like, that's the first red flag right there. He didn't really consider partner to raise a kid with. That's on him. Girl was crazy. Okay, she's crazy. Okay. Yeah, lucky or unlucky as it turned out. そうなんだよね. So I think those situationship into a relationship, it turns out hit or miss. A lot of time it's a miss. Hard miss. そうだね。そうだね。Balance. Balance. So I think recently it's kind of like people are really lack of balance when it comes to choosing a partner, right? Like, yeah, some people start relationship out of situationship, which is like no goal set. But in a way, people think that, oh, it goes very natural, it's not like it didn't start out of like discussion of marriage or any kind of contract. It's purely started as a romance and chemistry. So this is good, this is better. But is it though? To have a long-term relationship, you definitely should discuss what you expect to each other, right? And without having that kind of narrative, it's definitely harder to make it a healthy long-term relationship because you guys haven't really didn't or don't really have any like goals and ambitions and what to expect in a relationship, right? And there's also this type of people recently, especially recently in Japan. They will find marriage partner in like matchmakers or dating apps as if this is some kind of like a business contract, right? Okay, my husband or wife should be this tall, should have this kind of job, and you know, participate in housework, this percentage, and then here's the list of people like my potential partners. Okay, let's meet this person. Okay, she looks nice, he looks nice, and find a partner, right? But those type of people tend to have like higher divorce rate, right? Like super soon divorce rate, like within few years or something. Because they think marriage is a business contract. So it shouldn't. So it's more like purchasing some kind of some kind of much, like some kind of items, right? So once they find out something is different from what they expected out of the service, like dating app or matchmakers, they will get mad, right? Or in a relationship, sometimes it happens that a person lost interest into the other, to me, to you. Like they lose interest to you and then the relationship has to end. But they can't stand it because for them it's on a contract. Those people tend not to have dating experience or relationship experience even. So they can't stand rejections and rejections かな? They don't have resilience at all. And then find partner through some kind of like lists, and they treat those partners like some kind of item, right? So yeah, that is the dark side of matchmaking and dating apps. Cause yeah, basically, you want to have a balance. You want to know, you want to experience like love and romance, dating, what a real expectation to a potential partner or to your future partner. You have to learn through the experience, both bitter experience or sweet experiences, and then using dating app and matchmakers with that experience and expectations. That's fine. But yeah, did you know this girl? Did you know this girl? What does that mean? Which girl that I was talking about, for example? Ne, だからね、バランスだよ. You can't just wing it. If you know, I'm talking about if you want a long-term relationship, healthy relationship, you probably don't want to just wing it. You want to mingle with potential partners with certain like expectation and ambitions and plans. But I also don't want to choose partner out of some kind of like lists and to make up for your inexperience, right? It doesn't, because they don't make up for it. Dating apps and matchmakers are they don't make up for your inexperience or to build your expectation. So balance. You just described her perfectly. Wishy-washy みたいな? Yeah. I mean, I've seen and hear from my experience. Like I do many researches. Recently, I watch like not recent. I read articles. I follow like divorce lawyers. I follow like 婚活 advisors, like matchmakers. So many like professionals, and then get information. And I also do matchmaking. So I've seen like the market. I'm seeing the market, so I know this. Is this 婚活 or is having a long list of criteria, business contract from marriage, something else? まあ、婚活 in general じゃないかな。婚活、婚活 matchmaking. Yes. She had very set requirements. そうだね. I think that comes from inexperience. inexperience and like modern technology かな。It tend to happen more for like in Japan, Tokyo women, Tokyo people have like unrealistic criteria because they don't really do human anymore. You know what I mean? So yo, modern technology and lifestyle sometimes change people turn into monster. Yeah. ね。Well, that's why I think it's more なんだろうね。advisors like even those matchmakers they sometimes they have relationship advisors and dating advisors to improve their matching rate, right? Counselors. And what I do is dating counselings. Occasionally matchmaking, but that's not my main thing. I think getting help from those people, like having third opinion, is more important, if, especially when you don't want to screw up your marriage. You know what I mean? Yeah. Just using dating services without knowing anything is dangerous. Yeah. Dating service, I mean, meaning dating tool, matchmakers and dating apps, without knowing anything about dating a relationship is dangerous. Yeah. Very paranoid, wanted to know where I was and with who all the time. Ah, red flag だね. Definitely red flag. Yeah, always doubting whether you are cheating or not. Assuming you are cheating. Want to know where you are, who you are it with. Yeah, that's a huge red flag. It's a huge red flag that she's gonna be a monster girlfriend, monster wife. Yeah. Women who assume that you are cheating is usually projecting. そうね。そうそうそうそう。Well, not just women, but there are also men who do that. And then I think, yeah, women. ま、まあ、unless she had like cheating husbands or boyfriends in the past, I mean, I understand where it comes from, but she still shouldn't do that. But yeah, also there are some women who are like simply projecting, and then they don't really tell you where they are, but they want to know where they are. You know what I mean? Totally projecting. But that's like a high level abusive girlfriend. When men do that, it's more of like is it projecting. Projecting is one thing, and then also properties. He thinks his girlfriend or wife is a property of them, and they can never get stolen their property. That's why they become super protective and then possessive. Yeah. そうね。なんか it's kind of interesting. It's more like property mindset. When men do that. The men definitely have more to worry about. Yeah. 100%. My ex was constantly projecting and cheated on me. I left and now she regrets and I'm getting married to someone wonderful. Yatta. Yeah, it always goes like that. As well as my ex, yeah. Men, women, doesn't matter. Like, he was like super like he kept telling me like if you are going to cheat, like if you cheated on me, I will immediately break up with you. Like like bro, I never even attempt. Why do you have this why do we have to have this conversation even? I have zero attempt. If I, because I don't, I just don't. But I don't want to have this conversation because I just don't, right? You know, maybe like telling me once is like okay, that's you. If that's your boundary, I will respect that. But constantly remind me, like, I can't deal with cheating. If I find out you are a cheater, I will break up. Like, okay, bro, right? And after having those conversations many years, he cheated on me. He ended up cheating on me, and then I was like, weren't you the on like always the one who reminded me like cheating is so bad, just so like such a disgusting behavior. That's what you've been told me, and then you become the cheater. You are the cheater. Like hilarious, hilarious. So yeah, like I think people who are overly like being protective about like cheating, projecting, they're more highly doubt that they are projecting and they have more like risk of cheating, being a cheater. Um, yeah, it's kind of interesting, huh? Red flag, yes. Yes, she had been cheated on, but also had cheated, right? I couldn't run away for fast enough. Yeah, that is yeah, I feel ya, I feel ya. You don't wanna uh assume, you want to believe that the person you are dating is cheating or do that again. You want to believe the person. It's hard to leave. I've been there. I've been there. I totally get that. But it's part of the experience, part of our lives, you know? We learn from experience. Who was that guy on the phone? Huh? Yeah. Yeah. Projecting. Yeah. I think giving heads up, like just, setting boundary is fine. Like, hey, I mean, at the beginning of the relationship or sometime, if you haven't discussed your boundary, then you should definitely do that. Like, hey, I don't like cheating. I think cheating is disgusting. I don't want that happen in our relationship. And then if you do that, I will have to leave you. I'm just letting you know. Set boundary. Fine. But constantly reminding that or constantly like, stalk the person, uh, GPS location, sharing GPS location and things like that is like red flag. That is starting to be more like a projection, right? Yeah. What would you consider cheating? Interesting. Interesting. What is considered cheating to you? I think to me, if my partner see a woman face like alone, like one on one with a woman without telling me, it's where I will be mad, right? But it might be just a coworker, it might be just a friend, but you didn't tell me. That's disrespectful. That's disrespectful to me. Right? Going on a dating app, disrespect, and it's already cheating to me. That's a clear line that, okay, you are cheating on me. You are on a dating app. To me, that's cheating. But maybe for some people, don't think that as cheating. So the thing is, again, set the boundary, right? Because that's what it happened to me, actually. That I didn't really set boundary from my side, right? Because I trusted him. And I don't cheat. So I thought I didn't feel necessary to talk about it, but I was wrong. He was on a dating app and eventually had an affair with that woman that he met on the dating app, right? And to me, going on dating app while we were still in a relationship was already a cheating. But he can't. After he, I found out his cheating. He kept making excuse, right? Oh, I was just on dating app because I was lonely. But I didn't have sex with her until very recently, which was I had this excuse, right? Like, bro, it's already a cheating. I feel already betrayed once you went to the dating app. So sleeping doesn't matter. Like it's already nani? Out. It's already like no discussion. You cheated on me when you are on dating app. Period.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think because it depends on the person, right? Maybe he thought going on dating app is not cheating, considered cheating. Right? 'Cause you really have to make it clear when you set the boundary. Yeah. So the person wouldn't make an excuse like that. Yeah. Very important. Physical or mental intimacy in any way. Just narcissistic behavior. So many of them in the US, especially a specific orange one we are currently dealing with. What are you talking about? What are you? Okay. Are you talking about this guy? Are you talking about this guy? I think you can wear that in Japan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can. But like, I don't know. People don't care
People don't care. Yes.
in Japan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, president or Trump. Oh.
Yeah.
Interesting.
US
Oh, funny. But yeah. Yeah. That guy chose not to tell you he was meeting another woman. Exactly. Yeah. Dishonesty. Yes. It's already bad. Whether he slept with her or not. LOL. Speaking of dishonesty. But what if he was just talking to women on social media? It's public, everyone can see it. Dating apps are private, aren't they? 確かに確かに. Yeah, I mean, I don't mind if you're talking, having conversation with women on like public social media.
I don't have conversations on public social media, so you don't have to worry about that.
No?
I don't use social media.
No, but maybe like online, とか. Like with your female friends.
Sure, yeah.
I don't mind it.
Thank you.
But dating app is something else. It's for dating.
Yeah,
Context.
I have no context of what's going on here. So, obviously, I guess, duh.
ね、確かにね。Where is your like line?
Where's my line?
Cheating.
Cheating line.
I'm talking with bunch of guys here on the chat. Is that cheating?
Is what for what a woman would do in a relationship. Where's my line for cheating with them?
そうそうそう。
I mean, I don't. I don't draw a specific line because I feel like it depends on my relationship with the person and what we have set as boundaries and expectations for each other. But like in our case, it would be like if you are trying to get out of another man or woman what we give to each other as far as a relationship is concerned, I would consider that cheating in some way. Whether it's like physical intimacy, or if like like when it comes to emotional cheating, it's a little bit different because like you can have a male friend who maybe you ask for advice or something like that. But if you are like emotionally attached to them in a way that is like a partner,
例えば、ジャニーズとか。
well, that's a
Idols.
if you enjoy their music, we have a separate problem. But yeah, if you're emotionally attached to them, like in a strangely fetishizing way, then yeah, I would consider that cheating. I mean, it goes both ways too, right?
Yeah, I mean, I don't really feel good if you were into like AKB idols and going to getting so many CDs to sign とか shake hands and stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean that's behavior that just I don't understand in general. So
That I think we are on the same page on that one.
yeah. I think the underlying behavior with that has a lot more to do with insecurity than it does like emotional attachment, but that's a whole different conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a long answer, but it's a hard question.
なんかさ、I found a really interesting like discussion on social media whether like they are talking about whether it's cheating or not to watch porn while having a partner.
Like you're in a relationship and then you watch porn.
Is that like cheating, like mental cheating or not? I was like, interesting, right?
I suppose it could be.
Could be, but I don't like. I never minded my partners watching porn. Like it's just porn. It's not like it. It's not emotional attachment, but I think it's becoming a little more complicated because OnlyFans.
Right. Yeah.
Recently, OnlyFans is a thing, and people who watch those porn, they are paying for a certain person to support the contents, which I think it's like again 推し活みたいな何 fangirling activity, and it's even like sexual content. That is, yeah, I wouldn't feel good about it if my boyfriends and husbands doing it, right? It's different from like the like classic porn.
Classic. Traditional.
Traditional, yeah.
Homegrown porn, back from the good old days.
I never cared about porn, but
Well,
OnlyFans.
I think it also depends. Like if you're talking about the classic homegrown porn, that's more like if you have a sexually satisfying relationship with your partner. I don't think it's nearly as bad if you're watching porn than if you're like there's like issues in your sexual relationship and you're using that as like an escape or something.
確かに sexless で watching porn is, yeah, it sounds like an issue.
Yeah. I mean, it might be shogunai situation if like your partner just has no sexual interest in you and that's the only thing you have. But then
yeah, if the reason you don't have sex with your partner is watching porn, super dopamine up, and I can't really feel excited about for your partner, then that's not an issue, I think. Yeah.
But yeah, OnlyFans definitely because you're having a parasocial relationship.
Yeah.
Which is a relationship of a sexual nature with another person. That does cross a line, I would say.
Yeah.
But and again, each relationship is different. In our case, it would definitely be a line I would consider crossed if you did it.
Right.
If I did it, I'm sure you consider me having crossed the line.
Right. If I'm paying subscription for dicks, yeah, that's
subscription.
yeah. I don't see myself doing that. But if I was doing it, I think that's very disrespectful to you.
If you were like given like Patreon to like what's his name, the pastry daddy or whatever it is.
なんだっけあれ。
なんだっけ。
なんだっけ。ドーナツダディ。
Donut Daddy, yeah.
Yeah.
If you're part of his Patreon,
that's almost. I take that more like a. 何?
It's like comedy for
comedy.
Sure. But if you were like on his Patreon, then it's like, oh, he's not that funny.
Justin, delete your history now.
Yeah, right. Gotta undo my subscription.
Don't worry, you're just more interesting than an AI.
Thanks.
So if it's cheating, it's masturbation cheating. So that kind of topic, right? I think like masturbation is itself isn't like completely taboo, right?
Is it cheating if you have sex with yourself?
But again, I think if that affects your sex life with your partner, that becomes an issue. But healthy masturbating is not an issue. That's my understanding.
Like at yoga?
Yoga?
Healthy masturbating? I don't know.
Is yoga masturbation?
Carrot in your butt or something? What's healthy masturbation?
Yoga contains that kind of activity?
I don't know. I just healthy masturbation.
Vegetable yoga みたいな. I don't know anymore. But yeah, I think that is the main like discussion というか, I think watching porn, masturbation itself is not like instant cheating.
Yeah.
But if that affects your relationship, that's something you should consider.
Or if it crosses a boundary for your partner. Like
Yeah. Boundary, yeah.
That's something that should be discussed in a relationship too. Like if you're in a relationship with somebody and you don't like their boundaries, you probably need to be reconsidering who you're in a relationship
確か
with, you know?
に。Because we were it started from like abusive girlfriends who always try to watch your location, who you were with.
Right.
They are probably, most likely, they are projecting, and
Oh, yeah.
yeah, they tend to cheat more often than
Right.
you,
Because they're always
actually.
thinking about cheating.
Yeah.
If it were me, I would
Yeah,
be doing
so,
this.
like,
So, yeah.
and what's considered cheating then? みたいな. And we are here. Watching porn cheating?
Would you consider
Yoga,
cheating
yoga cheating?
if I went to a girls' bar, would you consider that cheating?
Girls bar? Girls bar やだね. I don't feel good about it.
Right.
Again, it's not like instant cheating red flag, but I don't feel good about it. You know what I mean?
What if it was like a giddy sort of thing? Like,
Because your friends want to go there.
yeah, and like I can't be like.
Then
lame
you
and
could
say,
tell me first,
Oh,
like,
yeah, I would. For sure.
sorry, I have to go with Hiro じゃない、Hide.
I'm not taking Hiro to a girls' bar.
My friend Hide really wants to go there, so I'm going there, but it's nothing to do with it, you know?
Yeah.
So you can tell me
Yeah.
first.
Would you feel weird
Maybe-
about it?
yeah,
though?
maybe,
if
like-
if I had to do something like that.
If you like transparency is the key, I
Right.
think. If you go there because your friend wants to go or something like that.
I'll never go to a girls' bar. You don't have to worry about that. I hate.
I know you don't like those kind of places.
It's ridiculous.
There's
Yeah.
that, but transparency is the key in that case, I think. What kind of yoga you are doing, Justin?
Healthy yoga.
Healthy vegetable yoga. Yeah. Goat yoga chile.
Goat yoga.
Things are getting weird here.
Well, goats are pretty funny.
Oh my god. Yeah, they are so thirsty. Yeah. Thirsty and hungry. Yeah. Justin be doing that hot yoga.
Yeah. Hot yoga. With a W.
That escalated fast. Just sorry, Justin. We are not gonna have a group porn watching. So planned.
Damn. Gotta cancel our Discord porn thing. I don't know.
Yeah, I think setting boundary, transparency is the key. Most of the time. If you don't set the boundary, it's you are giving more like excuses. And I think having a healthy boundary is important for a long-term relationship. Yep. Our boundary is set.
Yeah. It's pretty simple, I think. Like,
Pretty simple. We have a same view on this matter.
right.
So, and then like choose the person who have the same idea, right? Because even if you have your boundaries, the other person might not like it. And I think those kind of like unsuccessful relationships and marriage, most of partners happens because you kind of like ignore those inflection to go mismatching and hoping the person will change after marriage, after kids.
Right. Yeah, I could totally see a situation where, like, for example, if I like go out to a bar or something, right, and I'm drinking there, and there's a woman at the bar, and I happen to talk to women at the bar, there's some women in like some relationships that might make them very uncomfortable, and that's fine. Like that's what makes them uncomfortable. But like I just like talking to people, so like there's nothing meaningful about that. It's not like I'm exchanging information and meeting with them later. I'm just talking to people at a bar who happen to be women, right?
Yeah.
But I can totally see people who would see that uncomfortable, and I think in a relationship like that you would have to respect that wish, And if that's, you're the kind of person who wants to go out in bars and talk to people, regardless of their gender, maybe that's just not the relationship for you.
確かに。Yeah, true, true. そうだね。あと、Thank you. Well, recently, I'm not gonna go specific story, but would wearing, some people don't want to wear rings, right?
Oh, like their wedding rings?
Wedding rings. ちょっと
うん。
怪しいって思っちゃう。
If you don't wear your wedding ring when you're out in public?
うん。
Yeah, that's ayashi.
怪しいって思っちゃう。suspicious.
Very suspicious.
To me, suspicious.
Yeah.
Especially those who goes to bars
Right.
or mingling occasions a lot.
Right. I mean, there might be reasons that you would have to say, like, I'm going rock climbing with my friends. I'm not going to be wearing like jewelry because that makes sense. But like, if you're just going drinking, there's no reason you should be taking that off. Especially if you're going drinking, right?
そうそうそうそう。
It's like obligatory.
Yeah. とかね。Okay. That is my view, our view on
Right.
cheating and boundaries.
Yeah.
Yeah, very deep topic. Became a deep topic. I think most people know when they cross the line. I think most people, but I think setting boundary is like another thing. Like, because there some people cannot control themselves. But if they know your boundary, like there is some like なんだろうね emotional stopper っていうの emotional bars that they would think about you, right? I mean, she or he didn't say anything about this, so I can just, I'm tempted to cross this line, みたいな。But if you already set the boundary, wait,
Right. And if they cross that line, it's categorically cheating.
So.
They know the boundary.
They have no excuse. So I think setting boundary is important. Even though even when you know this person, probably have the same idea.
And don't set boundaries that you yourself wouldn't respect yourself. You know what I mean?
そう。
Like if you were like, oh, you can't watch AKB, but I'm really big into Sexy Zone.
Right.
I'd be like, what the hell is wrong
Yeah.
with you?
Let them
Yeah.
protect the boundary とか
Yeah.
follow the boundary, the same boundary. Yeah.
That's a huge red flag.
Not wearing a ring if you are married is hella sus.
Yeah.
Sus. Yeah. Yeah. Well, some couples are okay with that. My parents didn't wear a ring. I've never seen them wearing rings. And they were like, whatever about it. Like, they were not like unhappy with each other by not wearing rings. So again, discussion is the key. But yeah. But yeah, it's time to wrap up. I wouldn't want to do something that my mate wouldn't feel uncomfortable with me doing. Are you Australian? Your mate. Good day, mate. Yeah. More, I'm super like なんだろう like it's like me like listening to Osaka accent won't make me want to speak in Osaka dialect. But because I've been watching Bluey, that makes me want to copy Aussie accent. Yeah, oh no. like なんかなんだっけ Yeah, like a solid little mate みたいな little mate なんか the blue way, yeah. So yeah, I'm working on it, guys. I'm working on it. But anyways, let's wrap this up. Yeah, thanks for watching, and then thanks for a lot of like support. Uh, Man, quite full. The board is quite full, which makes me feel happy, feel supported. And next weekend is a long weekend, so I might be, you know, on the live stream 3 weeks in a row. Yay! I'm trying to be present. Okay, so I'll do my best being present, and then try to go back on content creating. But as always, I will give you a heads up before live stream. So please uh, keep me updated on this Instagram or YouTube. Uh, I recently dated a Japanese woman who is almost 20 years older than me. Oh, okay, okay. Cool. Good luck with that. If you need help, I'll be happy to help. The my dating consultation ticket is, you can get from the link down below. But yeah, hope you have a good weekend. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.